Welcome to the Zen Zone.
What do we got?
We have the Begode RS Torque to review today. This is a production model, a production version of the wheel. We're actually one of those YouTubers that reviews the production model of a wheel as opposed to a pre-production wheel that is meant for testing, not reviewing. How would you like it if, let's say you're working on an app or a project, a game, something, you're working on a project, and it's unfinished, it's a pre-version of that build, and you send it out to people to get feedback, and they post reviews publicly. Basically, there's this concentrated attack on Begode right now based off a lot of misinformation. These YouTubers and influencers who are convincing you to buy or not buy. That's the purpose of making a review, right? Doing a pre-production model of a wheel, having issues, and then influencing you not to buy a Begode because they had issues with it. This is my opinion. I feel it's disingenuous to review a pre-production model of a wheel. I kind of like what EUC does. They do group rides with the pre-production models of the wheel and let people try it. People know that it's a pre-production model of a wheel, and they could kind of like give EUC feedback, and then EUC could pass that feedback off to the respected companies. How eWheels kind of does it is sloppy in my opinion, but hey, it's entertaining, and I'm not complaining because, and I want to see more of it. So let's keep it coming. Let's keep sending the pre-production wheels to New York and letting them have some fun with it and creating some entertaining content. Me, I'm going to stick to the production wheels and give you guys some unbiased, honest opinion of what this wheel offers. All right, and with that out of the way, on this production model of the RS that I got from RevRides.com, let's get into it. I'm going to probably say Begode a few times in this review because Begode has been ingrained in my mind. My first wheel was the 84 volt Begode. My next wheel was the 100 volt Begode Nikola. So, and then I have the Begode MCM5 V2. I love the company, but they're Begode now, right? They're Begode. It's going to be a hard, I don't know why they changed it, but it is Begode now. So the Begode RS is the latest iteration of the MSP, MSX line. It is the latest and greatest. It has the hollow motor, 1800 watt battery, 2600 watt motor. Pretty powerful motor. It's probably the most powerful motor that I've experienced. It's lighter than the Sherman. I'm not going to be comparing the RS to the Sherman too much. I would prefer to compare the RS to the wheels in its budget range, which is the S18, the 16X, the Nikola, and the V11. Those are the ones closest in range. The Sherman is a better, I'll just get it out of the way, I like the Sherman better. I mean, but it's a more expensive wheel. It's not in the same budget category. If you have a bigger budget and you want the Sherman, grab the Sherman because it's the best EUC out there right now, pound for pound. Now, if you want to go down in budget a bit and weight, there are huge advantages to the Begode RS Torque. I think it is one of the best technical EUCs out there. I think that's why the best technical writers in the world are using it. Law, Luxina, Mike. I think they're all using the Begode RS Torque. Could be wrong about that. But yeah, I think it is one of the best, in my opinion, best technical. I put it in the top 3 for technical EUCs. I'm going to be testing that out because I haven't taken it off-road too much myself. I do think, as of right now, I think the V11 is my favorite technical ride because of the suspension. And the S18's up there too, but I need to find the right tire, pedals, and maybe upgrade the suspension to make it a bit more comfy off-roading. So I'm not gonna go too much off on the suspension tangent because they're not there yet. The S18 and V11, they're not quite there yet. So let's not compare them to the suspension wheels yet because I don't feel like they're there yet. But neither the S18 or V11 has close to the V11's semi-close, but I would give, gosh, it's so hard to put it into words, the power of this RS, man, the feeling of the torque motor, the 2600 watt torque motor, the exhilaration of the accelerations it gets me going. That's what I love. What gives me the most pleasure riding EUCs is the quick burst of speed. How fast can I accelerate?
I think it's the best motor.
I like to hit tight turns. I like roller coaster type rides. So I like, and then braking. How quick can I brake? Those are the biggest things I enjoy most about the EUC off the top of my head. I love the quick, powerful accelerations of my 100-volt Nikola. I would love to take the torque up against the 100-volt Nikola. I sold my Nikola though. I don't have my 100-volt Nikola anymore. Put about 3,000 miles on that. Had to re-ohm it.
It's perfect time of day right now.
So yeah, as a comparison to the Nikola, let's start with that. How would I compare the Begode RS to the 100-volt Nikola? I would 100%, you know, they're both the same price. I think they're both $2,200. I would 100% go with the Begode RS torque. You're going to get more speed on the Nikola, but it's a smaller 16-inch tire. So at those higher speeds, you're going to lose stability. If you're going over 35, I almost don't think 16-inch wheels should go over 35 miles an hour. I like the idea of the King Song 16X kind of keeping it 31, although I wish they'd bump it up to 35. I think that would be a sweet spot for the 16X if you could just make it go a little bit faster. Doesn't need to go 40, but it needs to go a little bit faster than 31. But it is a sweet spot. So the 16X, you locked at 31 miles an hour, powerful motor, but the RS torque, you know, you're going to get much more power and much more speed, and it's only 200 bucks more. So I think it's worth it. If you're thinking about 16X or Begode RS torque, you should almost, I would say 90% go with the torque. I would only go with the 16X if you want more reliability. The Begode RS or Begode torque hasn't been around long, and there are the potential bearing issues. Open the box, installed some Merlin fish pedals. They're absolutely necessary for a powerful EUC. If you're gonna invest in an expensive EUC, to get that power out of it, you need spiked pedals. Doesn't have to be Merlin Fish's pedals, but I like his because they're super easy to put on, functional, and they're affordable. You're not paying over $100 for them. Most of these pedals are getting a little crazy nowadays, and I get it. I'll probably get some of those too, but for now, the fish pedals are amazing. I love them. Super easy to put on. And then the side pads. I put the side pads on the RS. I wanted to try them out. Mr. Sai sent me some pads. We'll be doing a review of those soon, but this is the kind of the first showcase of them on the RS, my first experience with them. They're doing great so far. This machine is a peach. It is the best EUC under $2,200. The only one that would be close for me is the V11, and I would actually give the V11 the top spot if it was more durable and it was easier to get parts for it. My V11 is still, I mean, it's ready to go. It needs to be assembled. Behind me. It's sitting behind me right now. But when you got a Begode RS, it's like, I'd rather go out riding the Begode RS than put together the V11, which the reason I haven't put it back together, I'm pretty confident that even if I pad it up and reinforce everything and I take it back and start doing technical stuff again, it's going to break again, and then I'm going to have to invest more money into it. So I'm going to stick with the RS technically right now. I'm going to, on the 14th, I'm taking it out to Floyd Lamb. We're having an event out there, and I'm going to do some major crushing then. But I wanted to get this day one review out now, kind of summarize, because I really do think it is the best EUC under $2,200, and Rev Rides has them in stock. If you have any issues, they're going to take care of you. So I am acting as an influencer right now. I think it is safe, 100% safe to buy from Rev Rides. And if your RS does have any issues, I don't think it will. I really don't think your torque or speed RS is going to have any issues, but if it does, you're going to be taken care of. And you could get the extended warranty. That's something UCO and Rev Rides offers that eWheels doesn't, is the extended warranty. So that's kind of a nice option. That's something to think about. Wear your safety gear, glide safe. Big shout out to Nathan, CEO of Rev Rides, flying out here to Vegas. Got to ride with him. It was a good time. Great rider. Guys, a big shout out to Rev Rides, man. Check out their company, revrides.com. Put a link in the description. Give them a shot. They have more than just EUCs. They actually have a Segway bike that I really want. It's like the Suron kind of. Out here in Vegas, it would just be unstoppable. My only issue with that bike, though, is I can't get it up my stairs. So it is what it is. Maybe one day I'll have a garage. And a big thank you to Taylor Motes for helping me film this. The price I have to pay, though, for his help is that I have to let him review the RS2 on his channel. So it's good for you guys. You guys are going to get a 2-for-1 review. Check out Taylor Motes' channel. The link will be at the end. And until next time, stay in the Zen Zone.